fun and games. We got everything you want, just call out our names. Whatever you may need will make your dreams come true. In the Fan Zone, the adventure awaits for you. Step into the magic, feel the energy. Open up your mind, set your spirit free. Welcome to the Fan Zone. Oh, 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 oh. Welcome to the Fan Zone. Take a step and go. Welcome to the Fan Zone. You'll never be alone. Welcome to the Fan Zone. You'll never be alone. Welcome to the Fan Zone, where dreams are shown. Welcome to the Fan Zone, where the music plays, dancing in the moonlight, enjoying sunny days. In this world of wonder, anything is possible. Come along and join us, let's make it unforgettable. All your hopes and fears, they will disappear. Feel the love and joy, let it all be clear. Welcome to the Fan Zone. Oh, 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 oh. Welcome to the Fan Zone. Take a step and go. Welcome to the Fan Zone. You'll never be alone. Welcome to the Fan Zone. You'll never be alone. Welcome to the Fan Zone, where dreams are shown. Where dreams are shown. Welcome to the Fan Zone. Oh, 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 oh. Welcome to the Fan Zone. Take a step and go. Welcome to the Fan Zone. Oh, 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 oh. Welcome to the Fan Zone. Take a step and go. Welcome to the Fan Zone. You'll never be alone. Welcome to the Fan Zone. You'll never be alone. Welcome to the Fan Zone, where dreams are shown. Oh, yeah, yeah. Where dreams are shown.
Welcome everybody, doing some prepping for D&D. Excellent. I had to make sure Soundscape worked, and that's the only way to do it. So we have our sound. All right, so I'm at a point I was working on this campaign for tonight and realized I had to make a NPC. And so I figured, hey, I'll stream it, show you guys how you can make NPCs in Fantasy Grounds. Got a lot of windows open, so I'm closing some of these down. You'll also notice that it's very hard to read if you're watching. I'll move this over because we're going to need that. Minimize this one. Click. You can click the little minimize button, or you can right click and hold minimize to do that as well. So, like I said, I was watching another streamer, and it was very hard to see unless I put it full screen on my big monitor. So, what I do is I go here, hit the slash, scale, UI, 110. Now things are a little bit easier to read, but you'll notice my chat box is all messed up, and these other things are big. So I'm going to shrink this down. And I actually don't need the combat tracker right now. We're just going to close this. I close hitting the X. Up here in the the chat, if you right click on it, you can then go to unlock. Otherwise, you can't move it or do anything with it. Right click again and say reset. Boom, and it'll put it right back so you can see it. And then lock it again if you want. I'm going to leave it unlocked for now. All right, so what had happened was my characters are going through a little mini adventure called The Time of Their Lives. And what I had done is I'd already done a lot of work on the grid, on the map and stuff. So, for example, what happened? Here it is. I'm trying to put this map above it, but I'm actually just going to move this down. There we go. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm changing the order of the layers. Atomic Hero Squad, Happy New Year. Welcome, welcome. Appreciate you stopping by. I did pop into his stream this morning for a little bit before they were playing Z1 Battle Royale. He was running around. But I wasn't there for very long, so I didn't say hi. But check him out every morning. Lots of fun. It's New Year. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow him. He's awesome. So with this Time of Our Lives thing, it's similar to Groundhog Day, Happy Death Day, where they come into this guy's. First of all, let me start again. This is what the map looked like before, and it was just black and white map. So thanks to the magic of Fantasy Grounds, and I was able to make it do several different cool things, in my opinion, at least. So they're being hired to check out a mine. Go to the lighting, just turn on the ambient. There we go. All right, so they're being hired by this guy to check out this mine. He bought it. He sent 3 prospecting teams in there. They keep disappearing. So when the characters then and then there's a little owl mirage that pops up and shows up. The owl mirage image for some reason was thrown way the heck up here. So I'm going to grab it and go back to play mode. Grab this pin with my picture on it and put it down here where it belongs. So the Almirage is a cute little rabbit with a horn on it. So, and the token is right here. It showed up outside, runs off into the bush. As he says, go in there, find out what's happened, earn your 250 gold. Stupid Almirage, they're everywhere. Nobody can get rid of them. Well, when they come in there, they then find these rooms that are deadly. I'm going to go ahead and delete this. So now you can see they go into these deadly rooms. This is where all the prospectors were. And unless they do certain things in a certain order, they get one of the characters die. So these creatures show up, these aberrations. I also made this from the Fantasy Grounds. By the way, you'll see this because I have it zoomed in so much. This image, when it showed up, is off the screen. You can just, within the image, hold down the control button, left click, and drag it, and you can change the image size, the window size rather. So anyway, I made this as part of the torsos. Not torsos, but the monster building in Fantasy Grounds. There's a whole section on how to build, the torso, the arms, each arm, the tail, each leg, the head, and then some other things I added to this creature were all pieces that I put together. And then, of course, I put the background and changed the lighting and did some other stuff. So this was made from scratch. Anyway, this thing appeared and tore apart the one of the characters. And as soon as that happened, they then popped back out next to this guy. Boom, they're back outside. They see the Almirage scamper off into the bush. He says, all right, go in there and earn your 250 gold. So it's a time loop, and they keep doing this over and over and over. Well, one of my characters fixated on the Almirage. So every time they died, he would tell him, hey, catch this Almirage. And the guy's like, okay, yeah, sure. Gotcha. I'll jump right on that. And then after like dying 4 times and starting again, he's like, okay, I'm going to catch the Almirage myself. One of the other characters, as soon as they pop back out, casts invisibility on him. He runs up and tries to capture this thing, makes a contested roll, and grabs this rabbit creature. They then put him in a bag in one of their backpacks, and this thing is destroying the backpack with its horn. And then give it to him to watch. This time, they're actually going to complete the mission. They're going to get all the way through. They're now in the last room. Turn back on all this stuff that's happening. And they're going to break the cycle. So, afterwards, he's going to want to have this Almirage. Well, the Almirage is a D&D creature, but it's from a book that I don't have. So I'm pulling up my handy dandy web browser. Almirage 5e. I don't care about the background. I don't care about all the other stuff. All I want to know is, so it's from the Tomb of Annihilation, which I don't own. I just want to know the stat block. So come here to okay, I don't know what that's supposed to be. An Mirage evolved. Okay. I broke it. I broke it. I want to visit the page, please. Okay, maybe I don't want to visit the page. Let's see. I'm going to take this. We're going to put it in a different window. Open image in a new tab. There we go. Okay. So then I have this handy dandy thing here. I'm going to throw him over here and put my fancy grounds over here. So now what you do is you go to your, I'm going to close this. We'll minimize it. Go to your NPCs and you can either right click within the window here and say create item, or come down here and hit add item. They both do the same thing. They pull up an NPC sheet. You'll notice it says legacy. It's not 2024. So this is going to be the Almirage. This is the non-ID name, unidentified. And then we just go down the list here. So it's small. It's a beast. It is unaligned. Armor class is 13. You would put this box is for Y is 13. So if it was some people put natural armor or dexterity or something like that. If they have like hide armor or plate armor, carapace, whatever, you can put whatever you explaining what the armor class is there if you want. Hit points. It says 1d6. I'm going to make it $1d8. The average is 5. Damage threshold, there is none. Speed is 50. All right, strength 2. Dex 16. Con 10. Int 2. Wiz 14. Charisma 10. Okay, it doesn't have any saving throws. It does have skills. It has perception. +4. Stealth. +5. Doesn't have any of these other things until you get down to senses. Dark vision. 30 feet. Passive perception. 14, baby. Doesn't have any languages. It's a challenge 0. 10 experience points. So then we come down here. It has a trait of keen senses. The Almirage has advantage on wisdom. Which perception checks. That rely on hearing or sight. And now it has actions. It has a horn it can attack with. You have to be careful. Make sure that your spelling and capitalization, punctuation matches the stat block exactly. Have those on Gems of War too. That's right. Almirage, I don't know if they're called Almirage, but they do have one horned rabbit. I remember seeing it, it sticking in my mind. That's cool. They have those. They have a lot of things from D&D in games in Gems of War, which is one of the reasons I like it. So, for example, if you didn't have, so it says melee weapon attack +5 to hit. You notice how it highlights? That means I can just drag it and attack with that. Make the roll, and it'll attack. It'll automatically add the +5. If I change this, say I want to save some space, so I just go shoot. Try it again. And just make it WPN. Actually it does work. Cool, they changed it. Anyway, if you mess with this too much, sometimes it will not work. So you just want to make sure, and that's one thing I do always anytime I make a NPC, is I always hover over it to make sure my attack roll and my damage roll are going to work. Bunny corns is what they're called in Gems of War. Yeah. All right. One target. We got all that. Now we do hit. Even if you change it to a semicolon, it won't work. So like I said, you just want to make sure 1d4 plus 3. The average is 5. And then you put the damage again, lowercase, piercing, damage. Now they continue to make changes to Fantasy Grounds. It has been a minute since the last conversion I did for taking a book and putting it into Fantasy Grounds. I've done several of them. There's links down below in the doobly doo. But on my Twitch page, if you want to, you can also go to Dungeon Masters Guild, and I have things there you can buy. But anyway, you'll see here, see how it lights up, and you can just drop the damage. Boom. All right, so there is our NPC, and that is part of it. Now, that actual part of it, I don't. Just go back to our web page. So this is the D&D wiki that has the Almirage. This is wiki dot. They're both pretty decent. dndwiki.org. Let's check this one out first. What I'm looking is just to see if there's anything that we need to put in the notes as far as where they come from or anything like that. Yeah, I'll go ahead and just put this in here. So I'll just copy. Click here to enter text. Almirage were originally from Zakara, but were imported to Chult. Almirage can be used as a familiar with the GM's permission. So those are the notes. Pictures. So now we can put this picture in the picture section. I'm done with this for now, so we're going to go ahead and close this. We don't need this anymore. So I will go ahead and just minimize it, put him back to full screen. As you can tell from what I showed you when I was showing you the map before, I do have a token that I made for it. So I'm going to lock it. Again, locked it so I wasn't messing with the entry itself. Hold control to adjust the size of this. I'm going to go to my assets over here under library. Assets. ALMI. There we go. Here's another. It took a guinea pig and put a horn, photoshopped a horn on it. Anyway, and this is a cool little pink one. I think I'm gonna switch it up with this one just because we're going to. Let me. I don't think I have this one, so let me check. So this is in my assets. It's not in the campaign itself necessarily. So I'm checking to see. Go here to images. Let me go ahead and switch this on the bottom here. You can see you can make it now just tokens, or here you can put them with the labels. So I'll make it so everybody can see the labels. I don't need the player right now, so I click that to minimize it. Images is what I'm looking for. Yeah, I only have the one Almirage image. So what I do, we're going to leave this here. Leave the images open. I'm going to go here, click on it within your assets. Down here it says create map record. Did I miss it? Interesting. Why isn't it working? It should then show up here. This doesn't even give me the option here. All right, so something's going on with my assets. Let me close it. Oh, here we go. Preview. There we go. Did they spell it differently? Let's see. Open up the assets again. No, they spelled it the same. That's weird. It's not working. I wonder why. What am I doing wrong here? All right. Let's see. Am I able to drag this over? Okay, I can. Good, good, good. At least that's working. And then we're going to take our token, drop that into the token. Boom. And this is if you're using the 2D version. So my point was I just wanted to make this, be able to share this with the players. Maybe it's because it has the same name. Can I change the name on this? Let's see. What if I just, because, let me change the name on this one. So what I did was I have the image here. I unlocked it. and then typed in over here. In unidentified, I'm going to put Al Mirage. And then I'll just make it not identified. So it'll show this when the players look at it. Close. Okay, so now there we go. So that's what it was. I had two images with the same name. So it wouldn't let me make a new one. So now I have it. Now it shows up in Al Mirage here. Well, unidentified is horned rabbit. It is identified. Unlocked. Boom. Okay. So what I was saying is, if you're using the 2D version, that's what this is for. I don't have the PNG for this. I don't expect them to be using it in a fight, so I'm not going to bother making the token. You just drop it into Photoshop. I use Pixlr, pixlr.com. It's a free version. I paid for it because I use it so much. Either way, you just remove the background, the white, drop it in there, and you're good to go. All right. And then we close this, boom, and now you see small piece on the line that looks just like every other thing, and you can use the attack and the damage. I'm going to open back up. So that's how you make an NPC from scratch. You can copy and paste this information if you have it open to or like a PDF that has these the stats and the things. You just have to make sure if it's not WotC, which is the Coast product, you have to just make sure. Sometimes they will change, like I said, how they word things. It will be a semicolon or period instead of the colon like it's supposed to be. You just have to be careful when you're copying, pasting things like traits and actions and things. When it says saving throws, for example, those are easy to mess up. So just make sure. That's a different video, but I just wanted to touch on that real quick. It's now in my NPCs. It's now the image is there. I'm going to open up, close this, open up my image. My map. And I'm going to drop this link. Go to play mode and then move this over loop. And then I'm going to take the token, just so it's not as confusing. I'll go ahead and put the top layer back on. Take this token away and put the other token on there. You can just drag it right to the map. And now I have a token. Boom. And we're going to make it small. So if you click on the token, hover over it and hold Control, use the mouse wheel, it will then shrink or increase the size of the token itself. We're going to make it small. Boom. And I'm actually going to, I'll keep the old one. Here's the new one. All right. Get rid of that top layer. Boom. All right, so that's how you make an NPC. Um, as I said, there are, you can, then it's a matter of pulling the image from where you want it to be and um, token. There is, if you have the art pack subscription, which if you're going to be doing any kind of map making things like that, uh, I highly suggest it. You don't have to have it. Fantasy Grounds does offer a lot of things you can do that aren't requiring you to pay for it. You can also pull PNGs and images from the interwebs and put them onto your computer. The nice thing about having the art subscription is, besides having access to the hundreds of different things that they provide in the art subscription, you also get, when I go to a different computer, I have access to all those images and things. So it's really nice. I'm looking for the, let's see, it says monster. I think it's monster is the one of the search words. All right, so it's a kit. There we go. So you can see here. So this is a, excuse me, an art pack. So if you just want to buy this art pack itself, the art packs vary range in price. Um, the art subscription is $5 or $5.99 a month. You can also buy it for a year, and it's a little cheaper if you pay for it at a year at a time. Um, either way, so here's all the arms. You have the backgrounds that I use to make the different heads. This is robots. I don't want robots. I want monster kits. What happened? Monster kit. Okay, go home and type monster kit. All right, so there you go. See, this is robots. That's why robot arms, robot heads, robot legs, robot other. So this is a hose. Cool, 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 cool. Back. Torsos, and then regular monsters, arms, backgrounds, heads, legs, maps. I don't know. That's cool. So there's 3 maps that come with it too. Cave, swamp, and a frozen. Didn't know that. Monster kit other. So these are feathers, scales, horns. I use fur. I use several of these. You can also change the color of all these as you're applying it to your monsters. Tails, frames. So this is for like your tokens. You can build your own token. Boom. And then save it as a token. Torsos and wings. So you have a lot to choose from when you're building your own NPCs, your own non-player characters, monsters. All right, so what I'm doing now is I'm trying to figure out what they're going to do from here. I'm pretty sure they're going to, on the way home, they're going to hear some cries from a house that is being flooded. So this is the drowning house. Um, and it's mostly role play, so there's no combat per se. That it does take place in rounds, as they can't get out, um, and the house is filling with water. The thing is, I don't think there is. Yeah, so there's the encounter itself. Yeah, but there's no image. And I don't know how well my player is going to do theater of the mind. So in order to escape the house, the characters must get the rug from the bedroom on the first floor, douse it with water. The rug was burned by the fire and has been crying ever since. Its cries animated all the other objects, and eventually the well decided to flood the house to soothe the rug. The characters can learn this information by questioning the objects who respond with the last line of a cumulative story. The rug is burning, the bed is rocking, pins are rolling, brooms are sweeping, chairs are rattling, table is creaking, stove is stewing, the well is weeping. So, if the characters ask the stove what's going on, she responds, "Oh, you insolent little halfwits, I happen to be stewing because the table is creaking, if you must know." So then will prompt the characters to ask why the table is creaking. Eventually, they'll be led back to the rug, who is burning, and that will help them solve the puzzle. It says the characters have 3 rounds to act before the house fills completely with water. The basement of the house is flooded, pitch black. But it doesn't say. Let's get the rug from the bedroom and douse it with water. Okay. But if the house fills with water in 3 rounds, the rug will be doused for them and they won't have to worry about it. Upstairs, thrashing around the room is an animated rug which appears to have been singed by fire and is spreading smoke throughout the chamber. Up against the far wall is a bed that shakes violently every time the rug comes near. All right, so my point is, I think this will work. I don't know that I need to build this. All right, rug, bed, pin, broom, chair, table, stove, well. And actually, I think I am just gonna build a quick little house. So let's go to our assets. It is 220. Um, Problem is, a lot of times I will get stuck in these rabbit trails or almirage trails, and what should only take a few minutes ends up taking a couple hours. I'm going to go to cottage. Let's see what we had to work with. All right, that's a little too bare. And it has a grid on it. It wouldn't if it didn't have the grid on it. Might be tempted to use it. At least it gives me the frame and stuff to work with. So a forest cottage here, though, does seem pretty cool. Why are there different ones of them? Forest map pack, fundamental fantasy pack, FG art pack, forest map pack with a grid. That's why, because one of them. So there comes in 3 different map packs, and these ones are without the house. I mean, without the roof. Cool. So what we do is we'll take the forest map pack one. Let's see, image. We go to forest cot. I want to see if I have any of these. I do have these already, so I don't have to pull them from here. So what we're going to do is we've already used this one. It looks like it's been shared. It's public. So we're going to grab the fundamental fantasy pack. We don't want a grid. I'm going to open this up. And what we can do is we can cover up anything we don't want. With other things, but I think we're fine for this right now. We need to add some stairs going down, and we need to all right, and then we're gonna take what we do is we open this, we unlock it, click on the forest cottage. It is a 30 by 30. We're gonna take the forest cottage roof, go to layers, zoom out, and we're just gonna drop it right on. Boom. Oops. No, we're not. We have to do that from the assets. Hey, come on, people. Boom. Close. So we open up our assets again, and now we want the one with the roof without the grid. And we drop it on. We go here to the layers, and we say 30. We're going to maintain the link aspect lock. So when we hit enter, boom, it's there. We then zoom in, and put it right on top of it. So now, you see we have the 2 layers. This is what they see coming up to it, and then it's gone. When you click invisible, or you can also do don't share it with players. Either way makes it there, and now it's gone. Very simple. We honestly don't need this for what we're doing, but who knows with the players, they could end up doing something later. Right now they can't go out of the house. So we don't need the roof, but we'll see. I'm not going to have them see the house. I'm just going to have it be theater of the mind until they're actually in the house, is what I'm saying. So I don't need this outside view, but I might just do it to impress them and say, here's the house, and now here's the inside of the house. Regardless, let's go ahead and change the grid. So right now, if we click up here, it says grid. You go to toggle grid visibility. That's actually pretty darn good. 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. I'm going to leave it that way. I like the grid. Good job on a grid with that. Because it's small. I want it small. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the grid because I don't like it. Typically, when I'm messing around with my maps, I typically don't like it. I have Sirenscape on. Let's go ahead and throw some sounds. Get some music going, shall we? Let's see. We have a Slod Battle. These are all moods. I don't see any music. Stupid bug. All right, we're going to minimize this. We're going to open up our Sirenscape link here. Sirenscape is a whole different animal. If it's something you're curious about, I can make a video on it, on how it works. It's two different things that are important. You have to have a Sirenscape subscription. Your players do not, but you do as a DM. And then Fantasy Grounds has their own things you can purchase, or Maticuri has a Sirenscape thing you can use as well. So if you're ever curious, music, I could be convinced to try, do a video on it and go over the details on it. All right, so let's go. I'm just skipping over to, I'm going to go to page 13. Why not? Page 13 of 100 pages of different stops. Let's try Blue Mist Monkey Business music. Opens it up. We'll hit play. Move it out of the way. In case this stinks, we're going to go ahead and put Breaking Hell as another option. Open up the sound. Turn the volume down to about 65. Alright. So now we have some working on the map music. Sirenscape, so it's not copyrighted. And just in case anybody asks, this is from the Blue Mist Monkey Business. That's why there's monkeys sometimes. From the Tomb of Annihilation Part 2, The Land of Chult. From the sound set, Tomb of Annihilation 2, Random Encounters 1. Let's look at the stairs now. Now, not every image I have in here is from the map packs. I also have a lot of things that I've added myself. I like the circular stair idea. Everything is in stone, so we're just gonna slap this puppy on here. Let's say this one's going up, this one's going down, I believe. A little hard to tell, but I think this is going down, so we'll just slap him here. Loop. And then we will, right now it's a 6x6, we're going to make it 4x4. We're going to make it 3.5 by 3.5. There we go. So they step in and go down. All right. And that is where the water is coming from. And this will also take them up to the upper level. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to then add another of these maps to make the third level. I want the no grid. I'm going to drop it on right here in the middle loop. It is 30 by 30, it's perfect. I'm going to change the name of this to, so click on it twice. Second floor, okay. And now I'm going to first of all, we're going to lock. Okay, the Forest Cottage original one is already locked. That's good. We're going to get rid of the outside so they know when they're on the second floor. So to do that, you just go to paint. Down here, you add a paint layer. I'm going to add a folder and make this folder second floor. Double click it. I'm going to drop the map into the folder, drop the paint layer into the folder. Put the layer on top of the map. The tint is all black. I'm going to make a rectangle. Zoom out a little bit. Oops, I forgot to fill it. So we're going to Control Z. Switch, this is the stroke. And then fill. Tint. We're going to use the dropper. It's now black. We're saying OK. Boom. We have fill and stroke both being black. And now we do make sure we have rectangle selected, make sure we're on our painting layer. We could name the painting layer too if we wanted. This doesn't have to be exact, simply because the point is that they're on the second floor. That's all that matters. I could zoom in and be a lot more precise, but like I said, I don't really care. Boom. All right. So this is what it looks like. You've got first floor, second floor. Second floor also has a circular stairs. So we're going to click this and we're going to duplicate it. And now we're going to drag this one up above. Boom. So you see it. Alright, now we're going to go down to the bottom floor. Actually, let's see. Alright, so let's see if we... I want this to be totally different. I like having the wall here, so that's fine. But we're going to change this floor to a wooden floor because obviously you wouldn't have a stone floor, or it wouldn't be as easy to have a stone floor. I guess you could argue there could be a stone floor on the second floor, but... Alright, so enough of the monkeys. Let's close the monkeys. Stop. Let's see what Breaking Hell is like. Curse of the Crimson Throne, A History of the Ashes sound pack. Mantis and Maidens. Alright, we're looking for floors. We're looking for wood floor. So we have a bunch of different choices here. That was not bad. But I think we're just supposed to be a simple cottage. So I think we're just going to go with... this is everything right here. Alright, well, let's go with... this one. We're going to go with another. We're opening up our second floor again. We want the floor to be under the stairs. So we're going to go with another paint layer. This one I'm going to name. Second floor wood. Just to remind myself what this is. And we're going to go with this one. Go to the paint, since it's a painting layer. So the stroke, we don't need. We're not going to use the stroke. Fill, we are using. So this is there. Boom. The size is 2 by 2. So what it will do is it will duplicate this over and over, and that's fine with me. But I'm going to make it 4 by 4. So again, we're going to start with the rectangle. And we'll see if what I think should happen will happen. Yep. Perfect. So again, this is not something that has to be perfect. I just want it to be close. Alright, so I'm going to go here to edit the fill. And so you're going to change it and adjust it. Adjust it so it matches the thing a little bit. I want it to be bigger though. Let's see, control to... this is just the fill, not the actual... There it is. Alright, so this lets me edit the actual points. So I'm going to zoom in over here. Take these two. And slide them up to there. Okay. And then we'll take these two. Alright. Now we go back to our rectangle. Let me add this section over here. And you'll watch, since the stairs are above it, they're still there. Alright, we go back to here, edit. I need to adjust the one I just drew. Remember me saying it doesn't have to be perfect? I'm mostly talking to myself because I like it to be perfect. Alright, yes, this bothers me a lot, but I'm either going to have to move the floor into the wall or just ignore it, so we're just going to ignore it. Alright, and then we get down to here. I think instead what I'm going to do is just lower this to here, just have the mantle, and then go back to my draw and add the floor. Alright, so this one lined up perfectly. This one did not. I know, edit the fill. I know I said it didn't have to be perfect. But I want it to be perfect. So now I can line it up. I'll find it. There it is. Boom. Alright, so there's our second floor. Now we go back to, so our second floor wood section is done. Now we just need to add, so again, if you want to see, you can close the whole folder and then click here to make it invisible. There you go. So now on the second floor, I believe there's just a bed and a rug, right? Let's see. Upstairs, thrashing on the room, is an animated rug which appears to have been singed by the fire and spreading smoke throughout the upper chamber. Up against the far wall is a bed which shakes violently every time the rug comes near. So I'm going to look at the line of sight. Yeah, so they won't even be able to see into this room. So the way they have the line of sight isn't very good for this second floor, at least. I'm testing a theory. Okay, I was right. So on the second floor, so the bottom floor has the same walls as the top floor. So I'm going to turn off the walls from below because we don't need these. I'm actually deleting them on the second floor because I have the second floor highlighted. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the inner walls. I could move them out a little bit. I think it's easier just to delete them. And I'll show you why we're doing this in just a moment. So this is not a door. Alright, so we're almost done deleting all these extra walls, and like I said, I'll show you why in a moment. This is not a door on the second floor. We zoom in to make sure they are, yep, they're overlapping good, okay. Because there's even 1 pixel difference, it'll look all wonky. And you don't want wonky. This is a window, oh no, I don't even know what this is, I don't care. Alright. So we're going to go down to the first floor. Put the walls back up, rather, from the first floor. Because we're going to fix the same thing on the first floor in a minute, but I'll show you that. I'll show you why. When you go to the combat tracker, over here, and we're just going to drag somebody over here. And now you go to play mode, you go to enable preview. So you see it's just black. It ends in black. On the second floor where I removed them all, now you can see the walls. You can actually see the wall itself. So that's the difference. If the way they have the line of sight is such that you can't even see, it just ends. The floor ends in nothing. So I prefer to be able to see the wall, and I usually put it, when I draw a line of sight, I'll put it halfway in between the two, so when they're in the room or in the outside, because like right now, if they go outside, second floor, there it is, boom. See, you can't see the wall, it's nothing. Because of the way they did the line of sight. I don't like it at all, but I didn't do the line of sight to this map. It is something that happened for a while. People were doing the double line of sights on each side of the walls, especially if they're thick, and it's bad life choice. So if you're like me and like it to be particular, you're going to want to fix that. So now right click, delete the token, delete this token. We go back to enable player view, go back to second floor. Visible. Okay. Everything's dark all of a sudden. Let's see. Go back to line of sight. That's why. Okay. Oh, you turned off line of sight, so everything's back to what we should see. All right, so let's finish the second floor. See, like I said, I get on these rabbit trails sometimes, and it gets annoying. Okay. Like I said, the cool thing is probably didn't even have to do the blackness around the outside. It makes it easier for me though, because the players can't see through the walls. So we need a bed and a rug, animated rug. So animated. I didn't realize there were so many animated bear rug. You know, that's funny. Okay. Carpet. Carpet. Carpet of flying. Is it a rug? It is, okay. That's rug of smothering. I could use this if I wanted to, as a moving rug. I like this one better though. Alright, so we're gonna drop this over here, just as a layer, boom. Alright, and this is good because the bottom floor, so the rug showed up here, we're going to drop it into the second floor folder. We want to make sure it's on top of the wood, otherwise, the wooden floor, otherwise we wouldn't be able to see it at all. And so the cool thing is, the bottom floor has a rug, and now the second floor has a rug. We're going to go ahead and rotate it. But it's on fire. This rug is on fire. And now we need a bed. So these are pretty big beds. Again, they don't see the beds, even in the bottom floor too, because they won't be able to see into the other rooms. So we're going to type bed, space, enter. Didn't work the way I wanted it to. Try it again. Bed without the space. Alright, so here's a bed. There's a bed. I like that, the little plaid. Here's the red ones. This is pretty cool. I like this one. Huh, a little fanciness. Okay. Okay, so we've got the red bed. What it looks like. I'm gonna go with the old plaid. Why not? Let's see what this looks like when we turn it. That is a very small bed. Okay, I may need to go for a bigger bed. Alright, so this is actually a token. I know that because it didn't show up as a layer. So we're going to delete this token. Delete, right click on it in play mode. And we're going to go back to our layers and drop the bed here, maybe. Okay, why doesn't it want to do that? Whoa, everything just caught up. Control Z. Okay. I'm not sure what's happening here. Tile. Oh, that's a okay. I think I know why. Layer selection. Okay, my bad. All right, so 3 by 3 is that big, so that's perfect. So you notice it's on the bottom, so we're gonna move it up to above the rug because if the two are next to each other, come on, stop being weird. Close this. Lock it, lock it, lock it. Where's my lock? Unlock it. Still weird. Okay. Okay, so now if the two... Okay, so the rug is below the, is on top of the bed. There we go. So now the bed will be on top of the rug if it shows up. As it turns, let's see how it looks. Oh, good. It does look fine. So we're going to leave it this way. Bed's over here in the corner, crying. Put it over here. I don't know what happened here. I haven't seen this before. Let's see if there's more than one. There doesn't appear to be a second one. Just looks like there's a glitch. Okay. Alright, so we've got our bed, we've got our thing. I could throw it, let's throw a quick table. We could change, I'm actually gonna show you this. I'll just throw this sucker on here. Boom. Oh, it's another token. So again, we go back to play mode. We go here. Delete that token. Go to layers, drop the table onto here. We change the tint. We're going to use the color picker and we're going to make it like this blue, dark blue. I don't like it so much. Let's try the dark. Dang it. Control Z. Cancel. There we go. Click on this. Tint. Color picker. Color picker. There we go. It's not bad. And then we're going to add some. Make it a little redder. Add some green. There we go. Make it a little smaller. Say okay for the colors. I'm gonna bring this down to 2.5. I'm gonna put a lantern. Make it smaller. Alright, so there you go. We have our room. Where'd our bed go? I'm confused as to what happened with our bed. I think we overwrote the bed. Let's go back to our bed. Boom. We're going here to tile. There's our bed. We're going slap. Now we have our bed. What is this? Yep, that's the table. So I'm going to change the name of this to table. lantern will also go on the second floor. It's all the way on the bottom, so we want it on top of the table. Drag, there we go. So now we can see it. Okay, so we're good. I could add smoke here if I wanted. Let's go ahead and go to the effects layer. Add effects layer. It's still within the second floor folder, which is where we want it. It's been a minute, so let's get another quote. I'm gonna go to smoke. Clouds, I think. Yeah, clouds. We're gonna enable the mask. And then we're going to, what you'll see, we have reveal area unlocked. Jester Gaming, welcome, welcome. And as we click and drag, the smoke will then appear in that area. We can, you see I overrode the wall a little bit here, so we'll just delete that. Boom. Happy New Year's to you as well. If you're not familiar with, oops, wrong one. Sorry, Jester, let's fix that. There we go. Alright. Not familiar with Jester Gaming NA, check them out. There's a lot of different games, and they were doing Assassin's Creed last. So now we got the smoke here. We can go ahead and drop in here and reveal these two quick areas. Go click on here, reveal. And then we're going to blur the edge a little bit so it's not as clear and crisp where the smoke ends and stops. I like this way it is. It's not too overpowering. You can see there is smoke there. I'm going to slow down the speed a little bit. So the speed here, by the way, 50 is 0. And then if you go too much the other way, it goes the other direction. So it's left, 0 is not moving at all, right. And the farther you go to the left or right is how fast it goes. Offset is, for the shadows. I don't care about the shadows as much. Leave that where they were. Speed. It's a little fast. Let's make it closer to, there you go, 26. There you go. So now you've got the thing, and again, if you just turn off the second floor, it all goes away. So when they climb the steps, go up to the second floor. Now they have smoke. And good to go. All right. Is offset. There we go. All right. All right, so we're set. We're ready to go. Now I just need to link this into this map. Now that we've done all this work, we need to link the map into the story here so that I can have it. available to us. Unlock it. I'm going to put this right here. Enter. Here. I'm going to drag this. It'll be identified, so it'll say Forest Cottage. Appreciate the lurk. Thank you, Jester. And then I'm going to drag the story to the map. Boop. So now I can link them. So either one I pull up, I'll be able to access. If I close one accidentally, I can open up the other one from it. And then I'm also going to do it within the encounter one too, right here. I'm going to put this map here just in case. It is unlocked now. And we'll drop this. Okay, so we are all set and ready to go for tonight. We have our I'm going to minimize, actually I'm going to leave this open because I want this easily accessible. Put it like this. Close this one. Now we're going to open up my other things. Alright, Soundscape, I'm done with you for now. Open up the other. Stop the music. Put this back up to 100. Here's the time of our lives. It's over here. It's fine. This is Cloud kills the spell that they're in the middle of. Here's the gnome we don't care about. There we go. Don't need the gnome open anymore. Alright, and here we are with our in our middle of our fight. Yeah, that stupid thing is there. Clearly a glitch, so I'm gonna reset Fancy Guns. It'll fix itself. Cool. So thanks for hanging with me. Thanks for saying hi, Atomic and Jester. So don't forget to check them out. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Come back tonight for a little D&D tomorrow night as well. Nick, one of my players, is going to be the Dungeon Master on tomorrow night. So I'll get to be a player. And then Sunday, we have our Starfinder. So thanks for everything that you guys do. And whatever else you do, enjoy the rest of your day.